Today we're going to be making white bread. I know that it's a recipe that a lot of people need at the moment because bread is difficult to come by in the shops, and so if you do have flour, fat and yeast, this is a very simple recipe to make. We have 500 grams of strong flour, 3 tablespoons of either olive oil, or I'm using ghee here, 2 tablespoons of salt. I've got 7 grams of yeast and 300 milliliters of water. I'm now mixing the salt and the yeast in with the flour. Give that a stir through. I'm going to make a well in the middle. Now I'm going to put in the ghee. Or the olive oil, if you've chosen to use olive oil. And the water. I'm going to hold a little bit of that back. I want to get the dough the right consistency. Now with very clean hands, you need to tip the sides in. Just a little bit of ghee there. And then form that into a nice dough, which I'm going to do now. Once you've formed that into a nice dough, I did add the rest of the water, and so that made up 300 ml of water that I'd added. Make sure it's nice and sticky, bring it into a ball, and now we can put this on a flour surface and give it a good kneading. When you're kneading the dough, I've been kneading this for about 5 minutes, you need to get both hands in there, liberally flour the surface so that it doesn't stick, and just keep pushing the ingredients together like so. You need to do this until the dough is nice and silky soft, and actually I've been kneading that for a while. I'm quite happy with that dough. I'm now going to place this into a dish. This is my bread dough now, after it's actually had over an hour because I've been out shopping. This is what it should look like. So you want to give it plenty of time until it gets like this. Now that is looking nice and risen. I am going to put this onto a floured surface and then mold it into a ball shape and put it on this tray with some parchment paper. I've rolled the dough again. Just kneaded it slightly, popped it onto the parchment paper in a tray. I'm going to cover that and leave it to rise for another hour. I have covered this with cling film and let it rest for just about an hour, and as you can see, it's nice and large. It's doubled in size. I am just going to take the cling film off. That's come off nicely. I'm going to sprinkle it with flour. A little bit of flour on the top. If you want to put a cross in it or something like that, you can. A little bit more, I think. And then I'm going to bake this for about 25-30 minutes in an oven that I've preheated at 200 degrees C. The bread's out of the oven, and as you can see, it's nicely browned. If you want to make sure that bread is cooked, just pick it up like so. and give it a little tap on the bottom, and if you can hear a hollow sound like that, then it means your bread's cooked. Bon appetit.